In this video, we are going to learn how to transform sentences. Before learning that, let's have a look at what we have learned so far. In the previous videos, we learned about simple, compound and complex sentences in detail. So what is a simple sentence? A simple sentence consists of only one clause with a subject and predicate, right? So a simple sentence consists of only one main clause and it can have a phrase. And in a simple sentence, you will find only one finite verb. What is a finite verb? A finite verb shows tense, person or number. Then the next one is compound sentence. A compound sentence consists of two or more independent clauses joined with a coordinating conjunction. For, and, nor, but, or, yet, so are the coordinating conjunctions. And coordinating conjunctions are further divided into these groups: cumulative conjunctions, adversative conjunctions, alternative conjunctions, and elative conjunctions. So in a compound sentence, you'll be having two or more main clauses joined with a coordinating conjunction. The next one is complex sentence. A complex sentence consists of only one main clause and one or more subordinate clause. Subordinate clause is also called as a dependent clause because it has to depend on the main clause for their full meaning. So it is dependent for their full meaning on the main clause. And the subordinating clause always begins with a subordinating conjunction. And the subordinating conjunctions are listed here. Let me tell you the frequently used subordinating conjunctions: after, although, even though, even if, as, if, unless, though, before, because, until, when, whenever, whether, which. Alright? Yes. Now, I gave you an exercise, right? I gave you a homework. I asked you to find out the simple, compound, and complex sentences from the following. Now, all of you look at the video. I have given 6 sentences here. See the first sentence. Having finished his work, he went home. Is it a compound sentence or a complex sentence or a simple sentence? First, you have to look at the finite verb. How many finite verbs do we have in this sentence? We have only one finite verb. He went. Went is the finite verb. Having finished his work is a phrase here, right? So, the first sentence is a simple sentence. See the next sentence. He changed his clothes and went for a walk. Went for a walk means he went for a walk. He changed his clothes is a main clause. Do we have a complete meaning in that clause? Yes, we have. He changed his clothes. He went for a walk. We have complete meaning. So, he changed his clothes is a main clause. He went for a walk is a main clause. And these two main clauses are joined with a coordinating conjunction and. So, this is a compound sentence. Is it clear? See the next thing. You must work hard or you will not succeed. See the first clause. You must work hard. We have a complete meaning. You will not succeed. We have a complete meaning. So both these things are main clauses joined with the coordinating conjunction or. So this is also a compound sentence. Question number 4. Though he was honest, comma, he was misunderstood. Now, we all know that though is a subordinating conjunction. So, though he was honest is a subordinate clause, right? If you find it confusing, then you just think about the meaning. He was misunderstood. Do we have a complete meaning? Yes, he was misunderstood has a complete meaning. Though he was honest, is the meaning complete in this clause? No, right? As well as we have the subordinating conjunction though here. So this is a subordinate clause. Is it clear, students? So we have one subordinate clause and one main clause. So what type of sentence is this? This is a complex sentence. See the next sentence. I will phone you when I arrive in Chennai. I will phone you is the main clause here. When I arrive in Chennai is the subordinate clause because it has to depend on the main clause to give a complete meaning. When I arrive in Chennai has meaning but not a complete meaning, right? See the last question. He must leave early to catch the flight. He must leave early to catch the flight. Here, to infinitive is used, right? We have only one finite verb in this sentence. So this is a simple sentence. Is it clear, students? So first you should be able to recognize simple, compound and complex sentences. If you are able to do that, it will be very easy for you to change simple sentence into complex sentence into compound sentence, and compound sentence into simple sentence. Transforming the sentences will be very easy if your basic is strong, right? If you have a clear idea about all these things. Now let's see how to convert a simple sentence into a complex sentence. We know that in a simple sentence we can have a phrase, but we should have only one finite verb, whereas in a complex sentence we should have a main clause and one or more subordinate clauses, right? You have to always keep this in mind. So how can we change a simple sentence to a complex sentence? Let's see. A simple sentence can be changed into a complex sentence by expanding a word or a phrase into a subordinate clause, right? So you have to expand a phrase or a word in a simple sentence into a subordinate clause. Subordinate clause should have a subordinating conjunction. So you have to add a subordinating conjunction and make a word or a phrase or expand a word or a phrase into a subordinate clause. That's all. But while doing that, are you supposed to change the meaning of the sentence? No, we should not change the meaning of the sentence. Look at the example. On seeing the lion, she ran away. On seeing the lion is a phrase. She ran away is the main clause here. So in a complex sentence, we should have a main clause, isn't it? So you just take the main clause present in the simple sentence and expand the phrase into a clause. Okay, so for that we have to add as soon as she saw the lion. Okay, why have we used saw here in the subordinate clause? Look at the tense present in the main clause. It is in past tense. That's why we have used past tense in the subordinate clause. See the second example. He has promised to help you. Right? He has promised to help you. That to help you part is expanded into that he will help you. But while doing that, we are not changing the meaning, right? The next one is conversion of compound sentences into complex sentences. It is possible to change a compound sentence to a complex sentence by changing one of the coordinate clauses to a subordinate clause. So it's very simple. You have to change one of the main clauses into a subordinate clause, because in compound sentence we will be having two or more main clauses, and in a complex sentence we should have only one main clause and one or more subordinate clauses we can have. See the question. He is wealthy but discontent. Okay, he is wealthy but discontent means but he is discontent. Okay, see the complex sentence. Though he is wealthy, comma, he is discontent. Okay, two things you have to keep in mind when you change a compound sentence into a complex sentence. right? You have to keep one of the main clauses in the compound sentence as it is when you convert it into a complex sentence. When you convert compound sentence into complex sentence, you are not supposed to use the coordinating conjunction in the complex sentence. See the first example, but is the coordinating conjunction used in that sentence. So when you change it into complex sentence, remove the coordinating conjunction and you add the subordinating conjunction though. Okay, so though he is wealthy becomes the subordinate clause here, and he is discontent is the main clause. So we have a subordinate clause and a main clause. So it becomes a complex sentence. See the next example. Exercise regularly and you will get slim. Exercise regularly is a main clause. You will get slim is a main clause. These two main clauses are joined with a coordinating conjunction and you have to change it into a complex sentence. So what should you do first? Remove the coordinating conjunction and. Okay. After removing, you have two main clauses. Make one of the main clauses or change one of the main clauses into a subordinate clause. But while doing that, you're not supposed to change the meaning of the sentence. Okay. So see in the answer, if the subordinating conjunction if is added. If you exercise regularly, comma, you will soon get slim. Is it clear, students? The next one, see the examples. He is rich, but he is not happy. This is a compound sentence. Why? He is rich is a main clause. He is not happy is a main clause. And these two main clauses are combined with a coordinating conjunction. But how will you change this into a complex sentence? See, make or convert a main clause into a subordinating clause by adding the subordinating conjunction. You have to use the appropriate subordinating conjunction or else the meaning will change, the sentence will become wrong. Okay, so though or even though or although can also be used here. Okay, though he is rich, comma, he is not happy. Right? Though he is rich, comma, he is not happy. Now we have to change this sentence into a simple sentence. What should you do? See, change the subordinate clause into a phrase. That's all. In spite of being rich, comma, he is not happy. Okay? Next example. Work hard to get good marks. How to change this simple sentence into complex sentences? See, change it into a conditional sentence. If you work hard, comma, you will get good marks. How to change it into a compound sentence? Change the subordinate clause into a main clause and add a coordinating conjunction. Okay, so work hard or you will not get good marks. So the meaning remains the same. This is how you have to convert the sentences. Is it clear, students? So I want all of you to take your book and do the book back exercises. Unless you do it, you will not be able to understand everything clearly. Okay, so that's all for today's class, students. Thank you.